Hello, 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 everybody, and God bless you. Did I say hello? I did. I'm sitting up back right now, so you guys can see the beautiful sign that my wife gave me. Um, and it's our ministry. Is the word of our ministry is called "Pour Out." The hearts represent love. Pour out love outreach ministry. Anyway, I'm going to move up now, try to be more comfortable. But today I'm here to say once again that God loves you. But most importantly, this morning I woke up and the first thought on my mind was, hey, Jesus, who are you? So I said, hey, Jesus, who are you? And that's what it is. In Mark 5:21 through 43, it talks about Jesus healing two different people. And it starts off by a gentleman from the synagogue coming over to Jesus and saying, hey, can you come heal my daughter? She's sick and I need you to heal her. And Jesus goes, yeah, I'll go with you. So on the walk to the gentleman's house, Jairus, I believe his name was, um, there's a crowd following Jesus because, people follow Jesus because, God used them to heal people. So, and do miracles, and his teaching was so awesome that it really attracted people. So anyway, the crowd's following him. And as they're following him, there's this one lady who happened to touch Jesus's clothes, and they say his garment, his clothes, and so on. And the one lady, instantly she was healed. This lady had a blood disorder for like 12 years. And after she spent all her time and all her money on, going to doctors to try to get healed, nothing worked. But in her heart, she felt that if she could just touch his clothes, she would be healed, and that's exactly what happened. When that happened, Jesus Christ, he felt some power drained from him. So he's like, who touched me? And the disciples are like, what do you mean, who touched me? There's so many people here that everybody's touching you. And he's like, no, somebody touched me, you know? And he knew that that one person that touched them, that God had made performed a miracle in that person's life. And the lady came forth and she was terrified, fell on her knees at his feet and said, it was I. And he said, get up, you are healed, you know? And just like that. So it's like, Jesus, who are you? So he continued to walk, and when he gets close to the town where Jairus lived, this guy comes running out and says, oh, don't bother him anymore. Your daughter's dead. And Jesus is like, what do you mean his daughter's dead? We're going to keep going, right? So they kept going. And when they get to the guy's house, Jesus goes, okay, everybody out. I don't want nobody coming in. Just the parents and the disciples that I brought with me. And okay, so everybody out. So everybody out. The girl's laying there. Jesus picks her up and she says, he like, all right, get up, and the girl was dead. The girl, boom, she wakes up and it's like right here. And and it's funny, right? Because they say that Christians think about food a lot. I don't know if you guys know that. But it's funny because Jesus, he heals her, he puts her down, and he tells her parents, get her something to eat. That's why I said it was funny. I thought that was funny. But anyway, so going on from there, it's like, hey, Jesus, who are you? You know, in the book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 31 through 37, it says that Jesus healed a deaf man, you know, and here we see again where, well, people just like, hey, heal this guy. They just like come to Jesus. They're drawn to Jesus, to be healed. And they bring this blind man, this deaf man to him. And it's funny, right? Because you read the story about the blind man. Anyway, I'm not even going to go there. So they said that he wet his fingers, stuck it in the deaf man's ears, and boom, the deaf man could hear. Amazing. God is amazing. It's like, hey, Jesus, who are you? In Matthew's, uh, the book of Matthew, chapter 8, verse 23 through 27, we learn about Jesus calming the storm, and here it is again. You know, he's on a boat, he's sleeping, and the disciples like, yo, get up, we're gonna die. And Jesus like, yo, you have little faith. What's wrong with you guys? Man, I was taking a nap, man. You- Don't you guys get it? We're not gonna die, but you know what? Just to make you happy, all right, storm, calm down, cease, and the storm stopped and the wave stopped. And Jesus was like, duh, you guys getting this or what? Right? And it's like, who is this guy? Jesus, who are you? You know? And in the book of Matthew, chapter 16, 13 through 19, Peter declares who Jesus is. So when Jesus came to the region of Caesarea in the Philippines, he asked his disciples, who do people say the Son of Man is? And they replied, John the Baptist. Others say Elijah, and still others, Jeremiah, or one of the prophets. So Jesus is either John the Baptist, Elijah, Jeremiah, or one of the prophets. And then Jesus goes on to say, but what about you? Who do you say I am? And Simon Peter answered, you are the Messiah, the Son of the living God. And Jesus replied, blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah. For this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church. And the gates of Hades will not overcome it. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. So you see, Jesus, who are you? And it's crazy, right? Because John the Baptist, he's Elijah, you know, he's Jeremiah, he's a prophet, you know. And then Peter goes, you're the Messiah, the Son of God, right? And it's like, okay, Jesus, so who are you, right? And it's crazy because remember that Satan is here for one person, for one purpose, okay? And that's to deceive you. I told you guys that the other day on Good Friday. He comes, to steal, to rob, to deceive, okay? He comes to lie, and he comes to blind you, right? So Jesus opened the eye of the blind man. Jesus opened the ears of the deaf. Okay. So those of you that are out there that are blinded to the darkness, and those of you that are out there that are deaf to the light, this is it. So Jesus, who are you? John the Baptist was already dead. John the Baptist and Jesus were the same age. People saw John the Baptist baptize Jesus. Why would they say he's John the Baptist? Make sense? Don't make no sense to me either. I don't get it. You know, I can understand they believe in the rest. How would you call it in reincarnation, and then they believed that he was Elijah. They believed that he was a prophet from the old time, and they believed that he was Jeremiah. But to be John the Baptist, when you saw John the Baptist baptized, that makes no sense at all. So is the devil deceiving you or what? Who is Jesus Christ? In the book of Matthew, chapter 3, verse 13 to 17, we see where John the Baptist baptized Jesus, right? In the same book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 12, Jesus hears that John the Baptist was put in prison. Book of Matthew, chapter 14, we learn of John the Baptist being beheaded. So, hey, Jesus, who are you? Hey, Jesus, so who are you? So this morning, after I got that thought, this song came to my mind. The name of the song is Here I Am to Worship. The first words that come out of that song is the first words that come out of the book of John, chapter 8, verse 12. I am the light. So if you're wondering who Jesus is, this is who Jesus is. John 8, chapter 12. John chapter 8, verse 12. Jesus said, I am the light of the world. If you follow me, you won't have to walk in darkness because you will have the light that leads to life. God loves you guys. God is calling you. And he's saying, stop being deceived by the darkness. Come to me, the light of the world, so that you will not walk in darkness anymore. The light brings life. God loves you, and so do I.